You're not running out of time. You're entering your second prime. Most men hit their 40s and feel like the story's already written. But neuroscience says otherwise. Your brain still has the power to adapt, rebuild, and rewrite its patterns. In fact, studies show that men in midlife are uniquely positioned for growth if they know how to trigger it. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about creating energy, purpose, and drive from the inside out. And it all begins with one system that controls your motivation, your focus, and your sense of excitement: your dopamine system. Dopamine isn't just the pleasure chemical. It's the fuel behind your motivation, drive, and sense of progress. After 40, dopamine sensitivity naturally declines, which is why routines start to feel dull, and achievement feels harder to chase. But here's the good news. You can retrain your brain to produce and respond to dopamine again. The key is novelty and momentum. When you do something new, a different workout, a skill you've never tried, or even taking a new route to work, your brain releases small bursts of dopamine. These micro wins reactivate the motivation loop that's often lost in midlife. Start small. Learn one new thing every week. Set short goals. Track visible progress. Movement helps too. Strength training, brisk walks, and sunlight exposure naturally boost dopamine production. Limit constant scrolling or mindless entertainment, which drain the system by overstimulating it. Within weeks of consistent novelty, movement, and purpose-driven goals, your brain begins adapting. You'll notice more curiosity, focus, and that sense of forward motion returning. You're not broken. Your reward system just needs a reboot. Rewire your dopamine, and you'll feel that drive come back stronger than ever. After 40, your hormones quietly shape how you feel, think, and perform every day. Testosterone, cortisol, and insulin all influence your energy, mood, and motivation, and they respond directly to how you live. The goal isn't to chase extreme fixes, but to restore natural balance through simple, proven habits. Strength training is the foundation. Lifting weights 2 to 3 times per week boosts testosterone, improves insulin sensitivity, and keeps muscle tissue active, one of the biggest markers of long-term vitality. Pair that with morning sunlight exposure, which regulates your circadian rhythm and supports both testosterone and cortisol balance. Nutrition plays a role too. Eat enough protein, healthy fats, and micronutrients like zinc and magnesium. These support hormone production and recovery. Cut back on processed carbs and late-night snacking, which spike insulin and blunt natural testosterone release. Finally, manage stress and sleep. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which blocks testosterone and slows fat loss. Aim for deep, consistent sleep. That's when hormone repair happens. No gimmicks, no quick fixes. Just consistent lifestyle habits that signal your body to rebuild strength, stability, and vitality from the inside out. By the time most men reach midlife, the biggest battle isn't in their body, it's in their mind. The stories you repeat to yourself shape your reality. If you keep saying, "I'm past my peak," your brain listens. But the truth is, your identity is still flexible. Neuroplasticity doesn't disappear with age. It simply responds to what you focus on. Start by noticing the script you've been running. Replace self-limiting thoughts with direction-based ones. Instead of, "I can't," try, "I'm learning." It sounds small, but it changes how your brain processes challenge and reward. Journaling helps reinforce this shift. Writing your goals, wins, and lessons teaches your brain to see progress instead of decline. Even brief reflection at the end of the day, one thing you did well, one thing you'll improve tomorrow, rewires your self-image over time. And be mindful of your environment. Surround yourself with people and inputs that reflect the man you're becoming, not the one you've outgrown. The story you tell yourself daily is the blueprint your brain builds from. Change the story, and everything else, confidence, energy, direction, starts to follow naturally. One of the most overlooked factors in men's health after 40 is connection. Purpose and brotherhood aren't just emotional needs, they're biological ones. Human beings are wired for community, and isolation raises stress hormones, weakens immunity, and accelerates aging. Rebuilding strong social bonds is one of the most powerful longevity tools you have. Start by reconnecting with something that gives you direction. It doesn't have to be grand. Mentoring someone younger, starting a weekend project, or training for an event gives your days structure and meaning. Purpose acts like an internal compass that organizes your energy and sharpens focus. Equally important is rebuilding male friendship. When men train, work, or even share challenges together, their bodies release oxytocin and reduce chronic stress. Whether it's a gym group, hiking crew, or regular catch-up with old friends, these moments create stability and emotional strength that no supplement can replace. Modern life makes isolation easy. You have to fight against it intentionally. Connection keeps your mindset resilient and your hormones balanced. Rediscovering purpose and brotherhood isn't about nostalgia. It's about building the tribe that carries you into the next, stronger chapter of your life. Reinvention only sticks when you give it direction. Once you've rebuilt your energy, mindset, and purpose, the next step is to design the life you actually want, not the one that just happens by default. Most men drift through midlife, reacting to demands instead of creating their own blueprint. That's what this phase is for. Start by defining what better means to you. More strength? More time with family? Building something of your own? Write it down. Clarity is power. Then, break it into simple, measurable actions. Consistency beats intensity here. 10 minutes of focused effort every day creates more progress than grand plans that fade after a week. Guard your time like it matters, because it does. Limit distractions, protect sleep, move daily, and choose people who align with your goals. Every habit you build is a vote for the man you want to become. This isn't about chasing perfection. It's about direction. Waking up each day knowing you're moving towards something that matters. You're not too late, and you're not starting over. You're starting stronger, wiser, and with a clearer mission. That's what living your second prime is all about. You don't need to chase your younger years. You're building something better. This is your second prime, the time to live stronger, think clearer, and feel more alive than ever. Every small change, lifting regularly, getting morning light, rewiring your habits, reconnecting with purpose, moves you closer to that version of yourself that's calm, capable, and in control. If you want to support your progress, we've linked the exact science-backed supplements we use in the pinned comment below. They help the channel at no extra cost to you. Remember, you're not running out of time. You're just stepping into the years when you finally know who you are and what matters most. So start today. Rewrite your story. Subscribe for more science-backed habits to help you thrive, physically, mentally, and emotionally, in your second prime. If this video helped you in any way, even one small change you'll try tonight, leave a like. It tells the algorithm to show it to someone else who might need it. And if you want more clear, science-backed ways to protect your body and sharpen your mind after 40, stick around for more. Your second prime isn't about going back. It's about staying sharp, steady, and strong.